What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 Focus Health 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series heads to Atlanta Motor Speedway, also known as Echo Park Speedway, a 1.5-mile racetrack that can put sometimes some really good racing on, but it's also very difficult to pass for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The last time we ran at Echo Park, also known as Atlanta, we saw Austin Hill pick up, I believe, his first victory of the 2025 season. He'll be looking to pick up his fourth Xfinity Series victory 2025 and his third win on Super Speedway tracks this season. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking extremely promising, or not as great. It's going to be 89 degrees as a high with 70 degrees as a low, with a 50% chance of rain with showers throughout the day. Weather could play a factor in the race. There is a chance the weather could improve as the night goes on, but I've checked forecasts. They don't look fantastic coming up, so weather could play a factor. We could be racing halfway in the Xfinity Series race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do two suck picks, two drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend, who I don't think will have the pace and speed. I do $200 picks, two drivers who desperately need a good run, I think will have a really good run this weekend, or really good at this type of track. And I do my winner's pick, the driver thinks is going to win the race overall. And I do the drivers to watch out for, and usually for the Xfinity Series, I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's just jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 Focus Health 250? My first suck pick for this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is the driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Brandon Jones. Generally this season, Brandon Jones has had a really good season, his best season he's had in his NASCAR Xfinity's career since 2022 when he had a chance and opportunity to make the championship for it. But his luck on super speedways has not been very good. And him historically at Atlanta Super Speedway, he has not been very good. He has not ran that well at this racetrack. The team's had decent speed, but it seems like every time he comes to a track like this, he gets caught up in some sort of wreck and gets caught up in some sort of incident. So because of that, I think Brandon Jones is unfortunately going to struggle in the race tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be a good weekend. I don't think he's going to have the pace and speed. Sadly, I think Brandon Jones does not have a good run. I think he unfortunately will not do good this weekend at Atlanta. My second suck pick for this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is a driver of the 10 car for Colleague Racing, Daniel Dye. Now, generally this season, Daniel Dye has been pretty good in that number 10 car for the standards we all expected. But let's be real and honest, the last couple weeks for Daniel Dye have been a dumpster fire. He had a couple wrecks, unfortunately, at Pocono, and then at Charlotte, they had the issues where the tires are coming off, and he didn't do that well at Mexico either. His teammate Christian Atkins is caught up. I just think Daniel Dye is unfortunately not going to have the pace and speed. I think he's going to struggle quite a bit. He's going to get caught up in some sort of incident, some sort of wreck that probably won't be his fault, but I think because of how super speed luck is for Daniel Dye, he isn't going to do good. I think, unfortunately, Daniel Dye will not be a massive threat. I think he will, unfortunately, struggle this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 Focus Health 250. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is a driver of the 25 car for AM Racing, Harrison Burton. So far this year, the team, in my opinion, has been the most improved in Xfinity competition has been AM Racing. We've been seeing that team performing in top 10 and top 15 speed on a week-by-week basis, and that team is doing a really good job. And I think that he will be very, very good this weekend. Plus, Harrison Burton is a former winner at a super speedway back in 2024 at Daytona in the Cup Series. I think because of that prior experience, he's going to do really, really good. I think it's going to be a great weekend for Harrison. I think he's got an outside chance to pick up the win. I think he will be a factor and a strong contender for a potential victory this weekend at Atlanta. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is the driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez is pretty underrated at super speedways, as he does have a Truck Series win at Daytona International Speedway, and he's driving the same car that Parker Kligerman drove, where many times he drove at this track, Parker Kligerman was a factor to win at super speedways. But not only that, this 48 team has been having a lot more speed. Sure, the results are not always there for Nick Sanchez, but he's pretty good at super speedways. I think he's going to have a good chance at opportunity to run up front. I think he's going to have a pretty fast and really, really good car. And it would not surprise or shock me if Nick Sanchez picks up his first career Xfinity win this weekend. I think he's going to have a good chance and opportunity to be really strong and really good this weekend at Atlanta. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 Focus Health 250. Who am I picking to win? My winner's pick for this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is an absolute no-brainer. This guy has been the best super speed racer we've probably seen in at least the last 5 to 10 years, and you could argue maybe is the best super speedway racer in Xfinity Series history with how dominant he's been. Plus, he won last time we were here. I am picking the driver of the 21 car for Richard Childress Racing, Austin Hill, to pick up his 4th Xfinity Series victory of 2025, and I believe it would be his 4th or 5th win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This has been Austin Hill's best track. He's been so good here since we did the configuration to super speedway style track here. I think Austin Hill is going to have the car to beat that 21 car. Has been so strong. He's going to qualify in the pole most likely tomorrow. I think he's going to be really good. I think he's going to be fast. I think Austin Hill is a guy that will go to victory lane. I'm going to pick him to win the Xfinity Series race this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Atlanta. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Atlanta is a driver of the 2 car for Richard Childress Racing, Jesse Love. Jesse Love is the other guy I was kind of considering because outside of Austin Hill, the only other guy that I think generally can contend against Austin Hill is his teammate Jesse Love. Jesse Love also won a Daytona earlier this year and had a really strong car at Talladega Super Speedway and also at Atlanta early in the season as well. I think Jesse Love is going to have a really fast car. I think he's going to be one of the guys to beat. It's been a really strong year for RCR on these types of tracks that really the last couple years. It would not surprise or shock if he does go to victory lane, but I think Jesse Love will be a factor for the win this weekend at Atlanta. The second driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Atlanta is a driver of the 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilch. Connor Zilch is going to have a busy weekend as he's going to be running the Cup race in the 87 car for Trackhouse, but also run the Xfinity Series race as well. But Connor Zilch has been getting better on a week-by-week basis. Plus, the last time we ran a Super Speedway, before that crash he had, he was in contention to pick up the win. And that 88 team is starting to really turn it up. He won at Pocono, really good at Nashville, really good at Mexico, and also very good at Charlotte. I think Connor Zilch is due maybe for another victory. Would not surprise or shock if he goes back-to-back. I think he'll be up there going for the win this weekend at Atlanta. The third driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Atlanta is a driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Eric Almirola. Eric Almirola is one of the best super speed racers in the Xfinity Series field. He, of course, won at Talladega back in 2017. He also won in 2016 in controversial fashion in that race at Daytona. And he also has picked up multiple victories in Cup competition at super speedways as well. I think Almirola is going to be a factor. He was really good in the spring here at Atlanta. I think he's going to have a really great chance and a strong opportunity to pick up the win. I think he's going to be up there all day with a really fast and really strong car this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the fourth final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Atlanta, also known as Echo Park, is a driver of the 41 car for the Haas factory team, Sam Mayer. Outside of the team over there with RCR, I think the fastest guy out there at Atlanta was Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer was really incredibly strong at Atlanta, and I think generally this year has been doing a really solid and really good job, and I think the pace and speed in general has been there for Sam Mayer at times this year. He's outperformed Sheldon Creed on the speed charts, and consistency-wise, he's been actually doing a really good job on that front. So I think Sam Mayer is going to be a major factor. It would not surprise or shock me if he picks up his first win of the season this weekend at Atlanta. So those are my race picks for the 2025 Focus Health 250 at Atlanta, also known as Echo Park. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Brandon Jones, Daniel Dye. My underdog picks are Harrison Burton, Nick Sanchez. My winner's pick is Austin Hill. And the ones to watch out for, Jesse Love, Connor Zilch, Eric Almirola, and Sam Mayer. Those are my race picks. So that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Focus Health 250 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, also known as Echo Park. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Listeners and more of that, and combo your picks below for this weekend at Atlanta. Let me know your picks. Let me know your suck picks, your underdog pick, your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Atlanta. Let me know your picks in the comments below. In about an hour or so from now, you're going to see the paint scheme video for the Quaker State 400 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Then you're also going to see some other content dropping tomorrow. We're going to talk about the news of Rick Ware's a new owner coming into play. Also news on a big penalty that came out for Hendrick Motorsports, among other things as well. Updates on the lawsuit came out as well. We got content coming out. People like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carlos Kerbush, Cobblish, Ball Walls, Ross Chastain, Harrison Burton, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, Connor Zilch, Junior Motorsports, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Bubba Walls. We're also going to have, of course, the Xfinity review if the weather holds off, and we should have some other content dropping as well, along with cup reactions, qualifying, among other things as well this weekend. And we also likely have a silly season predictions dropping on the channel on Sunday. Should be a lot of good content dropping for you guys really, really soon. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.